Hello everyone. Hello, this is Simple Math for you and our lesson today is Transformations of Linear Functions Part 2. أهلا بكم من جديد ودرسنا اليوم هو الجزء الثاني من تحولات الدوال الخطية. In the previous video we discussed two types of transformation. ناقشنا في الفيديو السابق نوعين من الترانسفورميشن أو التحول. أول واحد, the first one was translation. And it was done by adding or subtracting, and it is usually either becoming vertical translation up, down, or horizontal translation left or right. If you have the function, the parent function or the x, the variable is in the group, then it will move left or right. If it was outside the group, then it will move up or down. Okay. And the other one, the other type of translation, it was called dilation. And the dilation usually happens when there is multiplication. For example, f of x equals 2x. There is multiplication, not addition. And we were differentiating, فرقنا بين multiplication if it is inside the group or there is no group. If there is no group, then it will affect vertically. We might say it's vertical stretch if 2 or the number is more than 1. If it is less than 1, the other case, if it's 0.5, then it is compressed vertically also, but compressed. The other case, when it is in the group, for example, we have 2x, the same 2x, let's say, everything will be reversed because we will talk about horizontal point of view. رح نتكلم عن ناحية الأفقية، فرح نتكلم عن horizontal point of view. Now, if the number like 2 here, more than 1, then it will be horizontally shrink or horizontally compress. If it is less than 2, then it will be horizontally stretch. Now, the third type, which is the easiest, called reflection. And reflection usually can be observed by observing the minus sign. And we can expect how the graph look like without graphing by studying all these types of transformation. نقدر نتوقع كيف يكون شكل الجراف أو الدالة بدون رسمها، بس بمجرد ملاحظة الضرب أو الجمع أو الطرح. Reflection of linear functions can be done when you have -1 multiplied by the function. إذا انضرب الفانكشن بناقص 1 أو هناك علامة ناقص. وحنفرق أيضا بين الماينس if it is in group, الماينس sign إذا كانت في داخل الجروب أو outside the group. Same thing exactly. So let's see here what will happen. Describe the dilation in each function as it relates to the graph to the parent function of the parent function. Now we have here two types of transformation as you have noticed. في عندنا نوعين من transformation. One is resulting from the minus sign and the other one is resulting from the 4. The one result from the 4 we have studied it before. Number 4, more than 1, outside the group, so it is stretched vertically by factor of 4, we can say. This is the first thing. Regarding the minus sign, the minus will reflect your function. And since we know that anything outside will affect vertically, that means in this way, that means the reflection will be across the x-axis. So here, reflection will be across or via x-axis. So your x-axis will behave like the mirror. The function, instead of being, for example, up, it will be reflected down for all types of function. But now we are talking about linear function. So if the function was looking like that, it will be reflected and ينعكس ويصبح بهذا الشكل عبر x-axis. So this is the meaning of reflection. So again, if the minus outside, then the reflection will be across the x-axis. Let's have more practice. Same here. We have 1/3 outside. So the first transformation, أول transformation, vertical, because vertically affecting outside. And since 1/3 less than 1, so it is vertically compressed or shrunk. The second thing, the second transformation coming from the minus is outside, non-grouped, non-grouped, so it is reflection across x-axis. Now moving to number 3. Now we have grouped, as we agreed, grouped affecting in a horizontal point of view. So from the 4/5, since it is less than 1 in group, so it is horizontal stretch or horizontally stretched. Now this is the first thing. The second thing, also we have negative sign, so we will have also reflection. And since it is affecting horizontally this way, that means the reflection will be across the y-axis this time. Across y-axis. Means if there is any function except the linear, for example, we are talking about any function, the reflection will be like this. This is the reflection across the y-axis. For the linear as well, it will be the same. So if this was my line, this will be my reflection across the y-axis. But if I'm reflecting across the x-axis, this will behave like the mirror for me, just for your information. Let's move to this one. There is no minus here, but remember there is 7/4. 7/4 is more than 1. The function is grouped. يعني مع الجروب اللي مع الإكس في نفس الجروب. So it is affecting horizontally. So horizontally compress, remember. Okay. Now we will generalize what we have learned in these coming exercises. نعمم كل اللي أخذناه هلا بالexercises القائمة بالتمرينات القادمة. Write a function g of x to represent the translated graph. We have f of x is equal to 2x plus 6 and it is translated أزيحت 5 وحدات إلى الأعلى. So your function g of x will be the same as f of x. راح يكون نفس ال f of x and you will add outside the group f5 unit plus 5. Then you will copy or replace. Our f of x is 2x plus 6 and we will add the 5. So the result is 2x plus, adding 6 plus 5, it will be 11. So your g of x will be 2x plus 11. Now the bracket here will not affect because it's not multiplied, it's not reversed, it's not divided by anything. So you will behave with it as if there is no bracket. نتصرف معها عادي. إذا نحط ال f of x نجمع الخمسة برا لأنها هي بالأعلى تتحرك رأسيا إلى الأعلى وبالتالي لن تؤثر على ما داخل القوس. أما في الحالة الثانية لو كان نفس الفانكشن of x but it's translated 5 units left, what will happen? Now g of x will be f of x, and since it is 5 units left, then it will affect inside the group. 5 units left, it means plus 5. So what will happen here? Instead of any x, I will put the x plus 5. I will replace 2 and then open a bracket. This x will be x plus 5 and I will put the 6 outside. Now this is my new function because it will affect horizontally as we agreed before. And then I will distribute 2 times x, 2x, 2 times 5, 10, and I will put the 6 down. Combining like terms, we have 10 and 6 are like terms. I will put 2x down and 10 plus 6 is just 16. So this is my g of x. Okay, this is different than the function before because it has been moved horizontally. Now, finally, let's take an exercise to summarize all what we have learned in this lesson. If f of x is equal negative 2x plus 1 minus 3, describe all transformation. Remember that you always compare this function with the parent function, which is originally f of x equals to x, which we call identity. Now, what are the differences? We can here notice or observe there is a minus, and there is 2, and there is +1, and there is -3. These numbers are different than the parent function. Each number, كل رقم راح يأثر على هذا الإكس. له تأثير. 1. The minus sign has the effect of reflection. انعكاس. لأنها برا, because it's not in the group, so it is reflection across x-axis. It's reflecting across x-axis because it is affecting vertically, طريقة رأسية. Number 2, the 2. شو تأثير ال 2? 2 is a number multiplied, so it is dilation. It's outside the group, so it is vertically affecting. Since 2 is more than 1, so it is vertically stretched. Number 3, we have the 1. It is inside the grouped, and it is plus. So it has been moved 1 unit left, because if it is in the group, it will affect only horizontally, left or right. Since it's a +1, then it is moving to -1 to be 0. The last transformation is result of 3. It is outside the group, so that means it is moving down 3 units. So it's vertically translation 3 units down, because it is affecting in a vertical point of view since it's outside. That was the summary of what we have learned in this lesson, and hope you enjoyed, and now it is easier. Thank you very much. شكرا لكم، وإلى اللقاء في الدرس القادم.